Today is Thursday, November 28, 2024. Today I report the termination of my water fast. I did so in the late afternoon of yesterday, day 17, after I had published the video for that day. As I've said earlier in this video series, I've been conducting water fasts of various durations for over 10 years. I've always conducted my fasts on a day-to-day basis according to how I feel. I've often experienced how, on a prolonged fast, one initially feels very hungry for the first 3 days. Then hunger seems to disappear. Finally, at a certain point, the hunger returns, this time much stronger. That is what happened yesterday on day 17. The most important aspect of a water fast is the refeeding, or returning to normal eating. One must be very careful to do it gradually. Please educate yourself on this if my videos have inspired you to conduct a water fast yourself. You see, while fasting, there is no movement of material in your digestive tract. As a result, it can become hard. If you eat too much too soon, you will be putting pressure on that hard stool, forcing it out. You will find the process very painful. You may even require a hospital emergency room visit where they can extract the hardened stool using enemas. And yet, if you keep your first meals very small and only once a day, you will give a chance for the new material to slowly penetrate into the old, softening it up. If you do that, it's perfectly safe. As a precaution, I take the product Colace, a stool softener, with my first meal after a fast. My first meal yesterday was 2 cups of vegetable stock with 2 chopped tomatoes. That's all. Total calories, about 150. But most importantly, it was mostly liquid, which helps soften the stool that has remained in my digestive tract for the last 17 days. My second meal today was the same, but with added spinach. Tomorrow I will add a small amount of beans. I will continue like that, gradually increasing the size each time until I get a good bowel movement. Then I'm good to go. So, how successful was my prolonged water fast? Perhaps the most important thing was the discovery that I have high blood sugar. Of course, it went down into the healthy region during the fast, but not as low as would be for a more healthy person. My wife proved that. And not as low as desired for achieving autophagy of cancer, which would shrink the size of my tumor that was discovered in my visceral area. To demonstrate the extent of my high glucose problem, this morning I measured it to be 91 milligrams per deciliter. That's over 8 hours since yesterday's simple little 150 calorie meal of vegetable stock and tomatoes. So, if a simple little 150 calorie meal of vegetable stock and tomatoes raised my blood sugar from the 80s to the 90s, what the heck is going to happen when I have a real meal of 500 to 700 calories? Obviously, it will go beyond the healthy limit of 100. Incidentally, it is standard practice in hospitals to take blood sugar measurements 8 hours after consuming food. That's the figure that they use in determining, in combination with a hemoglobin A1C test, if a person is insulin resistant or has prediabetes. Well, obviously one cannot live in the long term on 150 calories a day. The challenge for me now is to find a diet that meets my basic metabolic requirements and also lowers my blood sugar into the healthy range. It will take time, but my research tells me that eventually I can achieve it. Once I do, I will be ready to conduct another prolonged fast with my cancer in mind, and hopefully I will achieve sufficient amounts of autophagy to shrink my tumor. Wish me luck, and good luck to you. I hope my videos have inspired you to take better care of yourself.